what is it going to take to convince black people and other people of color that the Communist Party is not simply like the Democratic Party, really a white supremacist party that's just using tokenism in order to get the support of people of color?
Well, what it's going to take is doing what we say we're setting out to do and being what we say we are. You know, everybody who's part of this, not just the white people, but everybody that's part of this, we're saying that we have a certain analysis of what the problem is facing humanity and what the solution is and what's necessary, as I was speaking to during my presentation, what's necessary to get from here to there. And what will convince people is seeing people consistently acting on that. Yes, propagating it, struggling with people about it, but consistently acting on it. That's what is the most convincing thing, because people will have questions, especially people who've been burned 1,000 times. You know, there's nothing surprising and nothing wrong with people, you know, wanting to see something proven, as long as you know, they're willing to you know, look at it honestly and see what it is. You know, that's the thing we have to get beyond. We have to get beyond where people just listen to a lot of slander about different things. You know, take a scientific approach. Actually look into things and be a critical thinker. Evaluate things. Don't just listen to what somebody told you. You know, there's too much in this culture. I have to say this. Oh, I heard this about this one or that one, or I heard this about that. Okay, so you heard that. So what's the next point? You know, let's get into looking into, well, you know, if it's important, look, you know, if you heard that somebody, you know, prefers to eat, you know, peanuts instead of pecans, well, who gives a, you know, who cares? Okay, but if, you know, you're hearing something important, if it's about something important, look into it. And yes, test people out, but be part of it too, and you know, and struggle with people. Don't just sit back and say, "Let's see if it's for real." Get involved and make it for real while you're struggling with people, and you know, and then it's on all of us, whether black, Latino, Native American, Asian, white, or whatever. It's on all of us to actually make this happen, because if we don't make this happen, if we don't get rid of this system, it's not going to matter, because none of this stuff is going to change. You know, and we can juggle around who's in what position or whatever in minor degrees, but it's not going to change for the you know, billions of people in the world who are, like I said, suffering terribly and completely unnecessarily. So the proof is in what you do, which includes what you say, but also, you know, how consistently you carry out what you say, and where we don't do what people think we should be doing, they should tell us. And we should get into struggle. Maybe they're wrong, maybe they're right. You know, maybe what they think we should be doing, there's good reason why we're not doing it. You know, people tell us, well, if you really want to be serious, why don't you get it on right now? Well, I like to get it on. If you want to be honest, I like to get it on right now, but we just get smashed. And then what good does that do anybody? So sometimes people raise things that are wrong. Sometimes they raise things that are right. Why are you guys not doing this? And they're absolutely right. Well, this is part of the process, but we have to also get beyond you guys and us guys. Everybody's got to get into this who wants to see a radically different and better world, and then we'll all struggle together over it. And you know, that's the process. You know, and constantly summing up what we're doing and what we're learning, actually being scientific in the sense that you're not just some abstract thing or a phrase to throw around, but actually investigating reality. What's happening when we're going out to change reality? What more are we learning about reality and all its different, you know, expressions? And how do we do better at the objective that we have to aim for? This is the process that has to go in. And people, look, there's no guarantee, I'll say this for anybody. To be honest, there have been white leaders who've sold out. There have been black leaders who've sold out. There have been leaders of every race and nationality who've sold out, and many who haven't and have been killed. There's no guarantee about this. We just have to do what needs to be done and do it, you know, and learn to do it better and better, and fight through everything that's going to be thrown at us to get where we need to go. Because, like I said, you have a basic decision here. Do you want to continue with this? Not just you. I mean, people have a basic decision. Do you want to continue with the world the way it is, or do you want to actually be part of bringing to being a completely different world where everything that we're just told is the way things have to be no longer is? And that's the question. And if you want that, you know, we can't give any guarantees. What we can say is that this is what we stand for, this is what we're working for, this is what we're fighting for, and become part of it, and let's struggle with each other about how to get where we need to go. That's the answer I would give.